guys, welcome to another episode on the Voices and Choices podcast. Of course, I'm Queen Favor, and on today's episode, we'll be talking about the country. We'll be talking about the happenings, the economy of this country, Nigeria, of course, and how it's affecting the youths in general and the insecurity, everything that has been going on. And of course, I'm not alone today. With my very good friend who is joining me to talk on this matter. So I will leave them to introduce themselves to you. I have.
Hi guys, my name is Abu. I'm the host of Geopolitics with Abu, a podcast I founded to foster discussions on geopolitics and security trends in Africa.
And
Okay, hello everyone. My name is David Zion. I'm a creative entrepreneur based in the city of Abuja. And most importantly, I'm a youth of Nigeria. So
Right.
that's basically why we're here.
yeah. So we're diving into this topic. Nigeria of today, the economy, the insecurity, everything. I just want us to talk about it. A lot has been going on. Youths are complaining. But I just want to hear from you guys. What is really going on in the country?
A lot is going on. A lot is actually going on in the country. We live in a country whereby we live like people without leaders. Meanwhile, we are people who have elected a certain group of people to represent us, to care for us, to listen to us. But still, we are moving. We are living our everyday lives as if there are no leaders, there is no structure, there is no system, there is no care or whatsoever for the common man. The dehumanization in Nigeria now is on another level. I think it is the all-time high. I don't, in my time, maybe before my time, but since I can remember, I've never. So a lot is happening in the country.
Okay. So, Mr. Abu, how has this economic situation of Nigeria now affected your daily life?
Well, as someone that move around a lot, first of all, the cost of fuel in Nigeria has increased. And if you are selling fuel for 1,300 and something per liter, and how does that affect the transport of people, someone that is earning like 100 and 150k monthly in this country? That is someone that even has a work. Not to talk of people that are like
That are
our
jobless.
all-time employment rate as for youth in Nigeria is
How
very
much
very
is
high.
minimum wage?
And how much is the minimum wage, and a lot of things that is going on. So for me, it has been very. For example, when I was coming here, I tried to fuel my car. My car is on reserve 0. So I bought a fuel of 13k. So that is 13,000. That is 1,315 naira per liter for 13,000.
Okay.
Right now it's just 2 bar.
So there is not even up to 10 liters.
So exactly. So if I just drive there and here now, back to 0. So that is me, and that is me that I'm even able to afford it. What about other people that cannot afford cars and that are moving up? And not to talk about the food. People are hungry. You go around places now, and you see people that are very, very well dressed, but when they approach you, you think they want to even introduce you to a business or something.
To beg.
But they want to beg. They are asking for money to feed their family.
feed.
That is a security crisis also that is compounding, because
Yes,
now
very-
they are doing it beggingly. Very soon now they'll start bringing out knife and start attacking people.
Which
So
we have already started.
Which has it has started.
It was in this regime, the rate of one chance, robbery.
Yes, as
They will
in-
rob you. They can rob you anywhere now.
Yes.
They will rob you at the junction. They
So-
will rob you at car point. They rob you inside garage. There is nowhere you can't be robbed
So
now in Nigeria.
we are in a stage of critical. The situation is very, very critical
Very
right now in the
critical.
country. We see kidnappings going on everywhere. In southern Nigeria, I'm happy because we've seen it happening in the north, and some people from the south didn't seem to care. But now that the whole insecurity thing is moving down south now, I think the whole country is saying that Omo is not only a part of the country now, it's engulfing the entire country. I think collective actions now are needed, and good. And what is very, very important is that elections are coming in. And so we, the youth of the country, we have a chance now to stake our future. So I would advise not only us here, not only the crew and all our viewers to go and get their PVC. This is the election of our lifetime. If we get it wrong this time around, some of us might not even be able to marry. Some of us might not have families,
Right.
because the economy is not supporting those kind of activities right now.
Okay. We've heard all you said, and it is sad. That is just what I would say. I don't know, Mr. Zion. Do you think a lot has changed over the past 3 years?
A lot has definitely changed. First of all, you have to take things back to how it was past 3 years. What was the quality of life? Do you know that currently Nigeria has the lowest life expectancy in the world? The life expectancy in Nigeria currently is 54 years. That means as a Nigerian, if you live above 54 years, you have lived long. And now you can now die. That is the life expectancy. And we have poor quality of life compared to countries that are at war. And we are not even at war.
I wouldn't say that,
but we are not at war.
We are not at war officially, but all indices points that we're a country at war.
We are not at war
Yeah.
internationally like some other countries, but yet we have this low life expectancy, low quality of life, and it has skyrocketed from 3 years till now. So basically, the debt, the GDP, the basic standard of living, we can see that. I saw a tweet on X, and I saw in the market, someone went to the market to get food stuff, and he posted this image of people that were cutting tubers of yam in pieces because some people can't afford to buy a tuber.
Sachet economy.
A tuber now. So people are now living in people are now forced to live in micro ways that they could not even live before because of how difficult things are. So I won't even speak of my own life personally, because I know whatever it is I'm going through in Nigeria right now, you just say a peak of what many people are going through.
Yeah.
So upon the fact that people struggle to survive, people struggle to feed, you can still go outside to feed and still not make it back alive. This one is not even issue of don't go out or they will kill you. You can still be in your house and still die.
Yeah.
You get? So there is nothing to write home about in the past 3 years. All the sectors has failed. There is nothing. There is no, from the past 3 years till now, there is no good thing we can hold. There is no tangible thing we can hold and say this is what the government have implemented that have affected the common man
Honestly.
positively.
All the things they implemented have failed, in my opinion. First of all, they said fuel subsidy that is bringing in money. Where the money that it has brought in? Where is the money? We don't know how it has been appropriated. We are still borrowing money.
Accumulating debt.
And they say our GDP can be high, but it's not about even having high GDP. It's how does it trickle down
It's not
to
one thing.
the people?
The trick that they play, when you're calculating GDP, you have to calculate GDP to debt value. So when they say GDP is high, what of the debt?
Or how does it even translate to
Exactly.
service of life changing of life of the people around
the common man.
the common man.
How can the GDP be
and the
growing
people around you?
and people are not
and
feeling
3 years
it?
ago, 3 years ago, before this administration came, fuel was 300 and something naira.
It was not.
It
was not up to-
200 and
Fuel was
200 and something and 300 and something. Fine, if you said fuel subsidy is bad because some people are taking advantage of the program, good. What alternatives did you put in place to mitigate the fallout from it? But no, it just came on the first day. He announced it, spoiled the market, and then that was for me, that was the beginning of our problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The day he
Yes.
announced that fuel subsidy, things rose up in this country. Everything,
It's
there was
affected.
confusion.
Yeah.
Yes, there was confusion around, and then from that confusion, we never made it out. 3 years on from now, we never made it out. We don't fine. We have a refinery in this country, but still, fuel prices are very, very high. I've never seen. No economic explanation has made sense to me why fuel
None.
is still high, despite the fact that we are refining our own fuel in this country. And it goes to other part of life, because high fuel means high food, high cost of transport, high everything. Once you have high fuel, it's
And we are
trickle
not even
down
talking
to all
about
other
the dollar
sectors
to
of the
naira.
economy.
We have not even talked about the dollar rate to naira from 3 years ago till now, almost tripled. You get? So and the painful part of all this is that this same government that have done 3 years and achieved totally nothing yes, to me, they have achieved totally nothing because there is nothing we see. We only hear, but we don't see anything. He's still asking for 4 more years. You get? And then 3 years of nothing, and then you hear someone who's supposed to be the president say things like, we have gone through the hardship, and now we should expect better. Hardship, what do you mean, God, that when you came into power, the first thing you did was to get a new jet, presidential yacht, and everything? So does it mean that even you, if we should be going through hardship, then you that our leader should also be going through the hardship? How come the people are the ones suffering for the reforms that all of us will benefit from? It doesn't even make sense.
And again, they are not even cost of governance is so high. You see, yesterday I think I saw a convoy of the first lady. I think 40 cars.
That's why they don't work for the people now.
The convoy, all those things.
Work for the
and
people.
They are fueling those cars.
And they are fueling those cars with the same fuel subsidy that we are talking about that has been removed. So all this points to the fact that the youth of this country are frustrated, and you see crime rates going high. You see cyber crimes increasing. Cyber crimes at its peak. All points to definitions of a failing country and a failing society.
Everything you've said, we all can relate to it. And now I just want to hear from the businessman side. What is really going on? I know you guys are into business. So how is it affecting businesses and maybe household too?
So if the economy is affecting your daily life, is it business that it will not affect?
It will not affect.
We are saying that we are not living in this country, we are merely surviving. You get? So how can your business thrive? Even if you want to compare success of your businesses, you should compare it with people that do the same thing outside Nigeria, outside the country. How long does it take? Only in Nigeria, I see someone running a business 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they are still struggling. Nothing is adding up. So when you run as an entrepreneur, you run a business abroad, there are many incentives, there are many privileges, there are many leverages you can get as an entrepreneur because the country, the economy recognize that these people are the backbone of the economy, and the country cannot survive without the businessmen. Even Dangote said something once. He said that when all the entrepreneurs from Nigeria finally meet God on Judgment Day, that God will say, you should just enter heaven. You have suffered a lot. So you get. So that is basically what we are talking about, that running a business in Nigeria is hard.
Not easy.
And even the ones that are succeeding can actually be better than where they are.
And
but
they are not even providing us with the right things.
There is no
light.
Without power, we cannot do anything. In fact, if you give Nigerian youth, if you can give them 24 hours power, you will see the way the economy of this country.
Even though the economy is difficult. Do you know how
creativity in Nigerian youth?
Do you know how basic?
But we just need power to power their industry, power a lot of things. Nigerians are very, very smart. Just, in fact, give us power first. You will see there will be changes. Before we start asking about money and health and other sectors. But I think if they can solve this power first, you will see reduction in crime rate. People will stay inside and they will create mad things that can sell in the market and improve our livelihood and economy.
Not just light, even house rent. It's very difficult to even pay our rent, and it keep increasing. Like, I don't know.
If you want to talk about housing in Nigeria, that one is, they have formed a criminal organization around it.
A lot of people are going homeless.
That's why I say they have formed a criminal organization. First of all, we need around housing.
We need to cancel all these agent fees. Those are the real things.
Then again, classism. Housing is too expensive here because now there is this issue of poor and rich. Everyone wants to build for the rich man, but who is building for the poor man? Everyone is building estates. You get? Everyone wants to buy land and build an estate. They demolish villages and they raise estates. But what of the quality of living? There are many estates in this country, in Abuja here, that are empty. No occupants. Because how many people can afford? How many people are rich? The rich are not even more than 2% of the total population of the people.
But
so who will live in all those houses?
I was thinking there are also trying to make it easier, at least
Easier?
for the average,
How?
because they pay gradual. They don't pay it outright.
Any estate, any house
They try
estate with
to-
a housing plan that you have to pay gradually, you end up paying times 2 or times 3 of what that house is worth.
There need to be regulation in housing, and then there need to be special areas for where people that are low income can stay, and then
stay.
There
affordable
should be
infrastructure.
housing. That's how
Yeah.
it's done in countries, in developed countries. There should be
Yeah,
housing
developed
available
countries.
for people. Even
Government
people
provide
that don't have
places for them.
abroad, people that don't have money to pay are even giving house, and they are giving job as they are working. They are paying for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even here, someone with his money self cannot even get a good
It's
place
called
to
mortgage.
stay.
You can like buy a
Yeah,
car and then
mortgage.
spread the payment for 3 years.
So
You
and
can,
it works
everything.
you can
with
buy a house
almost
too
everything
again,
there. Yeah.
but you have to, your income has to reach a certain level. Nigeria can do all these things, but it's political
I don't
will.
know.
They don't care. It's just that they don't care, and we, as citizens, we need to come together and make sure that this election
We
we
pull
use
off
our
this
PVC
government. But we'll
to
get to
hold
that-
our
we'll get
government to
that
account
place.
and make sure that we elect
vote
people that
right.
care about us.
Yeah.
We will need to come together and start, because if you are not interested in politics is interested in you. Most of us we are youth are entering our 30s now. We don't have plan for marriage. So these are the issues.
Stealing away our
You are stealing our
youth.
youth, and then like the future is bleak.
And at least every man wants to be comfortable before they want to settle.
Yeah, so these are the issues.
But that's how it's supposed to
And
be.
that's how it's supposed to be. But this country is, is today when you say like, oh, I love my country, some people will look at you like, man, you love your country now.
What are you loving
Oh,
about
you,
it?
You have to make things happen for your citizens. You have to. There's no use for us to have plenty citizens and then there's
So
nothing for them.
useless.
That is what is causing
And
this security.
provide jobs.
Yeah, that's what is causing this security challenge, because we have a lot of youths with no work. So what they'll start thinking about the next vice. The next, if I carry gun now, and they are seeing it online. Some of these bandits, they're on TikTok showing their ransom. And
money.
you are here reading for 4 years, and there's no one day you just think about it. Maybe let me carry gun
you
and
will
go to the bush
study.
too.
You study 4 years. Some people study 5-6 years. Some people even do 8 years in school, not because they failed, but because of strike or one other thing, or
Of course.
maybe mistake from the school or whatever.
And bandits
that is due to
and
lack of structure.
And bandits have touched money that they've not touched for
Exactly.
years.
And you could still spend all that time in school and no job.
And no job.
Because the little job that should go around, some people have reserved the jobs for their children and their grandchildren and their unborn children. Meanwhile, the ones that are alive now,
It's
ready
so,
to
it's
work,
so
don't
bad
have
now that
job.
even to get a job like airport security, you need
connection.
You need connection.
To get any good job in this
You
country,
need
you need
connection.
connection. Even
It's
the
so
bad
bad.
jobs, the
It's so
bad jobs
bad
are
now.
not even paying
You
well. You
cannot
need
even get
connection.
ministry job again. In fact, it was before you can even
Wow.
work in, let's say, ministry, NNPC, as a son of a nobody. Even now, as a son of a nobody, to work in let's say a security department, all those things, military, army, you still need connections.
Yeah.
The irony behind it is they will say you will go school where they pay 100k. If they give you the job, then the ones that went to the private university that are paying millions of naira, what will they do?
Almost, we even need
Well,
to revamp our education system.
Education even be that expensive?
Yeah, because even the education self, we are not doing it based on world standard. The world has moved past theory. During our own time, we went to school, they taught us all this, how to learn, how to read, write. AI is taking over all those things. So those are the future looks very, very bleak.
That is a very good
Well,
valid
I know.
point.
Yeah,
I know
very
we've been
good one.
talking. A lot has been going on. A lot of stories, kidnappings. Maybe we can talk briefly on it.
Let me start, because security is my industry. First of all, this security thing, it was, as you know, it was concentrated in the north, where the Boko Haram or the
Yes,
ISIS
exactly.
in the north, so people all over the country had this idea that it's always a northern problem, not knowing the fact that because of our geography in this country, it's something that can easily spread to the south. If there's security problem now in Niger State, it can spread to Kwara State very easily because of the forest.
Easily.
So once it spreads to Kwara State, it is living in north central now.
If
It's
you
going
even
to the
check, you
southwest.
discover that forest connects all of us.
All of us together, yes. So once the thing now spread to Kwara State, it can easily spread to Oyo, and Oyo is close to Lagos. And Lagos, once anything happen in Lagos is our economic lifeline. Abuja is only political center. Lagos is the economic center. Lagos gives Nigeria's GDP that Nigeria shares to other states. Lagos contributes the most. That's why you see that they are fighting. Let's give Lagos special status. But now I'm saying that Lagos is under threat of terrorist attack.
In what ways?
Very good. One, those forests in southwest that have been unattended to, that we've seen that there are a lot of people. There's a lot of criminal activities going on. And secondly, mining, illegal mining in those forests. Our ground in Nigeria is very, very fertile. We have a lot of mineral resources like lithium, cobalt. These are resources that are used to even make AI in the world. So that is why when all these things are happening, we have so much bad leadership in Nigeria. These resources are resources that we could harness, that will make our youth employable.
Exactly.
Go to Kwara State. There's a lot of lithium inside the ground. Go to Oyo State, you see cobalt, lithium.
Lithium are being used to make batteries.
They used to make batteries, all these things,
laptops.
All these things that we are doing, they are made by iron, lithium. And all
China imports
like
lithium
and sometimes
that they
I
use.
see youngsters posting their work and they just need support.
Exactly. Instead, we have illegal mining with the knowledge of the government, because the government knows that these people are there. And we know that the Chinese too are very much involved in this illegal mining in Nigeria. And they take this thing, they buy it from a very low price, they take it to China. They go and use it and make all those big things like these things that they bring to Nigeria and sell at high prices. While we in Nigeria, we have young people that can use their brain.
Yeah, of course.
All they need is support and energy, light to convert those things and use those things to make things that can be sold in the market. We can also be exporting those things and increasing our own revenue.
That's why the dream of
this is the thing that is spurring the insecurity, because a lot of people, non-state actors like foreigners, they want these things, and they know that our government is not serious. So all they do is they pay these people to carry out attacks. So if you carry out attacks in those villages, in, let's say in Oyo, you displace them. Once you displace them, you are now the people there. So you can now mine this thing. And once you mine it, you sell it at a low price in the international market. And then insecurity continues. Now it is reaching the southwest. And do you know why it is going to encompass that? Southwest is very fertile. The reason why I was talking about this is because the people that said they kidnapped this are Boko Haram. Do you know what that means? That means Boko Haram is now in southwest. So if Boko Haram is in southwest, that means they can get all over the remaining south. Yes. Because we are talking about southwest and straight then from southwest to south, southwest to southeast. So that means the whole Nigeria is under Boko Haram. That is why everybody now is shouting. You see protests going on because it has now come on to roost. So we are in a state, even though if the government does not declare it, we are in a state of emergency now in Nigeria. We are at the risk of being overrun by terrorists. But this is not an ethnic problem, this is a security problem. It doesn't matter. Once they take over this thing, it doesn't matter your tribe or your religion.
True. And those it's already proving that they are killing both Muslims and Christians.
Those people in the forest now,
killing anything,
those young people in the forest now, they are Christians, they are Muslims, nobody cares now. So those are the issues that is going on. I want to focus on the economic part, because it's the economic part that is driving all those things, all those insecurity.
The bad governance.
And the bad governance
is driving it. Because how can terrorism in this country last this long?
Exactly.
This long.
It's bad governance. Now the question on everyone's mind remains, can't these people be apprehended? These people go live on social media.
They go live
on TikTok and they display funds. They display money in cash that people have not seen in their entire lifetime.
We have a former major general that went into the bush to meet these bandits, and he came out. That is Shegumi. I was advocating for them. So what are you telling me? The government knows, and he said it. He said it in his interview that the government knows where these people are.
So what is their plan?
It's political will. If the government wants if the government is ready to act on them, they will act. So and if the government is not ready to act, it behoves on us, we citizens, to punish them with our PVC.
So it means the government is playing gamble with the lives of the citizens.
Well, I don't want DSS to carry all of us, but they need to
we still have to say our truth.
Yeah, but there need to be political will in from the government in resolving, and it can be resolved. They just need to show their hand that we don't want this. It's direction. The military will only follow the political direction that the government gives them. Our military is very good,
but all this compounded now. That is why the average dream of a Nigerian is to relocate
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 to a better
those
city.
to country.
To a
but
better
then
system.
Like they
the
say
two sides
it.
of it is that you can't blame people for wanting better for themselves.
Yeah, of course.
You can't blame people for wanting better for their families.
Of course.
People leave this country because they go outside to do even jobs that are less honorable than what they were doing here.
And
But
to
that's just
become
one
a-
side of it. At the same time, if everybody leaves the country, who will fix the country?
Good. Yeah,
So
that's
Because-
those are
just-
the issues.
Because if we tell ourselves truth, the whole world is zoning Nigeria out.
Yes,
the
now.
whole world is zoning us out.
Yes, now.
One day after the other is one visa ban after another visa ban. Is one xenophobia after another.
Me, I'm even
Is
happy.
one-
Do you know why? Not that I'm happy, but I'm happy because so that they will see that you cannot go outside, or you cannot go outside Nigeria and think that's the end of your problem. So we can come back and come and all fix this country. Because at the end of the day, for example, now you see what happened between Iran and US, that they started bombing Dubai, which made a lot of people leave Dubai. Do you know what that tells you? That home, there's no place. You still have to
You
return home.
must come back.
There's no place
There's
like
no place
home.
like home.
Because one
There's
day
no-
the economic situation in that country that you are in will change. I'll just say, oh, foreigners leave, just like they're doing in South Africa. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that we must fix this country.
Yeah.
We have to fix this country because even if you leave this country, your mother is still in this country. Insecurity can affect her.
Of course.
Your
So
family
there's
are still
no
here,
there's
extended
no
family.
what they call it about it. We have to fix this country.
Talking about fixing the country, what ways do you think they can start?
By electing, that was even the small part of it. By electing the right leaders, and that is even because after we elect the right leader, what about all we, the citizens? If the leaders are good and we, the citizens, are bad, what
I
difference does it
I
make?
wouldn't even
So yeah,
I
go
wouldn't
ahead.
even say electing the right. I think the solution right now to fixing Nigeria is we need our youth more active in politics.
Yeah.
That is the most important.
Yes.
Because whatever it is that can be done to save Nigeria is the youth that can do it.
Yes.
Our fathers, elders, and
They
ancestors
failed.
can't do it for us.
And
It's
the
youth.
closest we came was NSAS until they
And
scattered it.
why we are so unfortunate at this point, because this is the point that we have a lot of youth that are so uninterested in the government of the country, so uninterested in politics. You know, for if you check, you see that Nigeria is 70% youth, and not just youths, under 30 youths.
Yeah.
But how come 70% youths that makes up Nigeria, we can't boast of anything that we have
So
done?
are you trying to say the youths are not ready for the change?
Well,
Or do
they've
you
not-
think they are?
I don't think they are yet too, because even if you look at the way the youths are positioned, their mind is that they should get their own. So I think it's the mindset.
Yeah, the
And-
mindset has changed.
Mindset has to change, because if the mindset doesn't change, even if the youths are in power, things will not change. We need to make sure that
But the mindset would have to change for even the youth to take power.
we need to, first of all, it's the money. We need to make sure that we are demonetizing this political post. If for example now we make it in a way that if you want to, all elected positions are part-time jobs. It's not a full-time job. Go and be doing your other hustle. While you can be my honorable member and still be a bus driver now. What is there? So far as you are passing bills, you are demonetize the whole political system, so that all these bloodsuckers that are there for money they will leave it. Once the salary of honorable member is like 10 to 20,000, they will not want to touch it now. They will leave politics for people that are passionate about it, because politics should not be a job. Politics should be a responsibility. So if you are into politics, it should be something you are doing on a part-time, not on a full-time. You should have your personal business or your personal work.
Yes.
It should be
Yes.
your duty.
Exactly.
It
It should
shouldn't
be a
even be
duty.
enjoyable.
It shouldn't be enjoyable.
Leadership shouldn't be
You should
enjoyable.
not have
Leadership is
but now
leadership
we
is
are in
sacrifice.
politics. Like,
Service.
I was watching a video with the first lady. There was some women are there. Now mama be this, on your mandate we shall stand.
So
Which
disgraceful.
mandate are we stand? Look at all of us. What is happening in this country now? Is it mandate?
Are we even standing?
Are we even standing? We are not standing. We are not standing in this country. So those are the issues. We need to demonetize the political process. It's gonna be hard, because even in the US, politics is costly, but we make it in a way that money. If you look at the UK, I like their way of doing politics. You enter bus and go to your parliament, and you are back. Here we have 50 convoys following you to your parliament.
Common senator says.
Common senator, you have convoys. So those are the things. So the young people will look at that and say, oh, I must become senator so that they'll follow. We're already seeing it in SUGs, in state university
Even those
government.
that are not on seat again, you still see them with convoy.
Yeah, so those are the issues. Is value system.
Okay,
Once-
for the youth being ready or not, I would say the aspect of being ready, the youth of Nigeria actually check some boxes. The aspect that I feel like intellectually, Nigeria have youths that can drive us to the next
individually,
level.
but collectively, once you start bringing
Okay, let me-
religion
okay, let me-
and electricity, everything.
Okay, let me
clashes.
explain it. I was getting there. Nigeria we have the human resources. We have the natural resources. What we don't have, what our major problem is distractions. That is where you come in and you see things like tribalism, and you see things like religion, and you see things like classism. I feel like right now, I think classism is the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
This mindset of I better pass my neighbor. You know, all of us could be suffering, but as long as you're better than the next person,
You don't care.
you don't care. So that is what is keeping the youth down right now. And these are things that these are mentalities we have to lose in order to move forward. Because you can't see, we have to stop celebrating money the way we do. Like you say, demonetizing. Because what caused the revolution in Nepal? It started from the post of a politician's daughter. So a politician's daughter that posted the lifestyle when people were suffering.
Yeah.
And just like that, little by little, revolution started. This was a revolution that caused armed forces to disappear. Security operatives ran away. Government officials were fleeing the country. That was how tough it was. So I feel like we have a youth that we easily forget our problems and we worship the people that gave us this burden. There is nobody should be looking down on you from wealth that they stole from you, breaking your backs.
Yeah.
You see these politicians today and they flaunt lifestyle, they flaunt private jet online, and then you come under a comment section is even more heartbreaking than the video you just watched.
Yeah.
You see,
and I feel the government knows, and they weaponize the poverty a lot to make sure that people vote for them. For example, now when they went to visit the parents of those people that were kidnapped, do you know what one of the parents said? He said they bought rice. You came to sympathize with people that were kidnapped. Instead of you to be providing solution, you went to bring rice.
Rice is the solution for
and then they said it. The parents said it, that they rejected it, and I'm happy.
They have to.
And I'm happy for that. And I think that should be a turning point in the way we look at our leaders and our politics. We need to make our politics more.
I've said it before.
People oriented.
I've said it before, and
not
I'll say it
stomach
again.
infrastructure.
If we don't make these politicians regret their actions, they won't think about their next action. You get? So even as a politician, there should be fear. By the time we do until it gets to the point that people are literally mobbed and harassed.
Okay, one last question for you, Mr. Abu. If you are to be elected to be the president of Nigeria today, what is one thing you would do?
I would demonetize the political process. That is first of all. Once you remove the evil of money from these processes, it will give you opportunity to attract the best, the people that want to do it as a duty to the nation. From that, you start weeding out the pretenders, start attracting the solution makers. So that is the number one thing I'll first do when I become the president of this country, which is soon, hopefully.
Okay.
If I should be the president of Nigeria, the first thing I will do is I will make it illegal for anybody occupying a political or government position to be treated abroad. One, I will sanction and make it illegal for anybody occupying a political or government position to send their children to school abroad, because that is the only way you can force these people to actually better our education and our health sector.
Exactly.
When they know that their life now hangs in the balance, when they know that when they have that unplanned panic attacks or heart attacks, they can no longer be flown anywhere. They will be forced to make the health sector work in this country. And that is basically why they neglect all this. Is not because they don't utilize it. Our leaders don't care about the primary health care, don't care about the educational system, because their children don't study here. So that is basically something that should put. And lastly, another thing I would do is, as a political officer, or holding any government position, you cannot buy any property that you can't account for.
Right.
Not even the smallest, even down to a new watch or a new shoe. You must account for it. And there will be structures put into place for those things to be implemented. Like basically what I would do if I was the president of the country.
Good. So guys, we've come to the end of this episode, talking about Nigerian economy, the insecurity we face today. In fact, I feel the youths are not happy, and a lot of us want to talk, and that is one of the reasons we started this podcast. So thank you for staying tuned with us on the Voices and Choices podcast. We appreciate you viewing and subscribing. Keep watching. We'll see you on the next episode.